So when people hit me up telling me they want to get into crypto, I always tell them to slow it down before getting in a rush, because usually by that time, it is way too late. That's because they don't understand the market cycles. Crypto does have market cycles. You don't want to be that guy buying crypto at the top, telling all of his friends when everybody's talking about it. And then you know what happens? A correction comes, downwards price action for 6 months, and you lose half of everything when you could have just waited it out and got in at a better timing. If you want a better view on buying the bottom or selling towards a top range, your timing has to be key in making the most profit in crypto. It's not really about how high Bitcoin can go in that situation. It's really about the price that you can buy your Bitcoin or crypto at. For example, let's say Bitcoin is up towards $69,000. That's the top range right now. So for you to make 100% gain, Bitcoin needs to go up to about $140,000. As of right now, that seems unlikely in the short term, and you may experience a long period of drawdown and an extended correction. But you can also be a little bit more patient. Let's say you're looking at Bitcoin, the price has already corrected. No one's really talking about it. People say it's done, and you're looking to buy then. That's when you buy. And we are live. What's up? It's your host, John Doe here. It's been a while. I'm back with some more crypto education for you guys. And today's topic, something you don't see often here on YouTube, which is crypto cycles. So get comfortable, give me some of your time. Let's get right into it. Over the years, we've had many crypto cycles, different types of cycles actually. And for crypto or Bitcoin, in this video, I'm going to explain to you what those types of cycles are, how they happen, and what exactly to look for in terms of the cycle itself. And I did a little bit of research, and there are three main ones that I think that are important to talk about. The first cycle we're going to talk about is technical analysis and price action. Number two, we're looking at the Bitcoin halving. And then number three, we got news events and crypto trends. I'm going to explain to you all the things you need to know, the good, the bad about these cycles, the timing of these cycles. But I think it's already time for us to get right into the video. Waste no more. Hold up quickly before we get into that. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Show your support to the channel. And let's start talking about these cycles. So here we go with number one that I mentioned, which is price action and technical analysis. Let's jump in. So right here is a Bitcoin daily chart, and I'm looking all the way back to 2017, right here until 2022. And in terms of price action and technical analysis cycles, what are the main things to watch out for? Most traders will look at that 200-day moving average. That's this red line that I have here on the chart. As you can see, when price crossed above and traded above for an extended period of time, price went on a nice long uptrend, which brought Bitcoin to that previous all-time high range at about $20,000. Now, if you look, Bitcoin came back to test that 200-day moving average, and it was trending below, and that started a bearish cycle, and where Bitcoin found that bottom towards $3,300. And after that, it crossed above that 200 period moving average again in late 2019. And as you can see, it went back up to test previous all-time high range at about 14,000, which got rejected. Price came back down again to that 200-day moving average. Same thing. So as you can see, there clearly is a cycle in terms of the 200-day moving average. It does kind of beat the buy and hold. Let's say you're doing buy and hold and you're buying in the middle of a cycle. Let's say right here at when price was running up at about $14,000 for Bitcoin. So if you did buy in this range here and you buy and hold, you would have made a little bit of profit. But if you didn't sell and you held on, then you're going to end up riding out this whole extended period of time until price goes right back to that range. If you look, that's from 2018 all the way until 2020. So 2 years of holding just to break even when you could have sold on that 200 period moving average when you've seen something change within the cycle. Now, following up, looking at things closer to today, as you can see again, Bitcoin started trending above that 200-day moving average, made a massive run up from that range, about 600%, and then came back down to that 200-day moving average, trended below it a little bit, and now we've been chopping around it, currently trading below, indicating we are in that downwards correction cycle. So this does give it a nice ideal location to buy the dip in, rather than when you are looking towards up here as price is pushing up. Because if you buy up here in this range, then you're going to be stuck holding maybe another 2 years or so until price reaches back to $69,000, $70,000 and you break even. Then you need even more gains after that to make some profit. But if you're patient and you wait, as you can see, it is better to buy once price has corrected at least 50% or so for Bitcoin. Because as you can see here, we had this correction, 50%. This was a nice buy range. And look at that right there. Price went on a run about 100%. Same thing with right now. Price has corrected so far about 40%. So if you're more patient and if you're lucky, you could wait for things to come back down towards $20,000 range and look for that as the buy opportunity, push you towards testing all-time highs, which would give you about a 150 to 200%. And that is great if you are following this price action cycle. And if we have a look at Bitcoin's annual returns since 2011, as you can see, most years it is green. So if you are buying towards the top range, you will not get these annual returns. You got to look at something like year to date, or you look at the low range of the year and then look at that as a decent entry point rather than buying when everybody is talking about crypto. And this chart right here pretty much sums up everything about crypto and Bitcoin in general. Like I said, like I just showed you in the chart, actually, when we had that 200-day moving average crossover, that's that takeoff level. And then we get some media attention. People go crazy. The greed comes in. People get delusional. People start looking at crazy, insane gains. Everybody's thinking they're going to get rich. And then we get that first correction of that denial and a bull trap. People get complacent, keep buying the dip, and then people get scared. That's when price completely breaks down, wipes people out. And then capitulation right here is when people think, okay, I need to get out of here. And people think crypto's over. This is where you need to look at as buying ranges. You do not need to look to buy crypto back here towards this greed when the greed is reaching at all-time highs. Now, for number 2 of the crypto cycles, I'm going to explain to you what the Bitcoin halving is and how to time that cycle. So if you're not familiar with this chart right here, this is Bitcoin looking all the way back till the first Bitcoin halving, 2012, right up to around 2021. And as you can see, clearly a nice uptrend, and price seems to be following the same pattern as we have each Bitcoin halving. And typically it's about 1 year after the halving that we have that nice run up for Bitcoin. So back here in 2012, we had one and price made a run, a little bit of a correction, and then a nice parabolic run up. Same thing, correction, accumulation, another halving, and then parabolic, correction, accumulation, another halving, and then parabolic right here in 2021 towards where we hit 60K. And now, right after that parabolic, we have correction, which is currently in the phase that we're in right now. And we need to look for accumulation, continuation, and then the next Bitcoin halving that's coming in 2024. And it kind of looks something like this. Bitcoin does continue to push upwards. With every halving, it seems to make another new all-time high within that 4-year cycle. So right now we have 69,000 as the range for the third halving. We have the fourth halving coming up. And if we do follow a similar pattern to what's been happening, then we will expect to see Bitcoin somewhere between 100,000 to 250,000, sometime within a year range of the next Bitcoin halving coming in 2024. And if you don't know what the Bitcoin halving is, right here, we do have an article right here answering a bit of the questions. The halving is essentially where mining rewards for Bitcoin are split in half, making it smaller and smaller. And that's the benefit of Bitcoin, making it more deflationary. And how often does it happen? Every 210,000 blocks roughly. And right now that is about every 4 years, with the next one coming in 2024. And don't worry, if this is too much, I have a video on the channel just for this, Bitcoin Explained. And this is where I explain everything you need to know about Bitcoin, including the halving and the halving cycles. Okay, now we're almost there on the third thing, which is major news and crypto trends. And you might be familiar with some of these. So major news all the way to crypto trends. What do those look like on the chart, and how do they show crypto cycles? So I'm looking back here in 2019, as far as I can remember, there were a lot of rumors of a Bitcoin ETF coming. A lot of the dates were associated with the price action moving up. When we did have those ETF denials confirmed or delayed, then that's when you start to see Bitcoin roll over and start the corrections. Also here in 2020, things were looking good. The markets were looking strong, including the stock market. Bitcoin was having that decent run up, and then we had that correction for COVID. So that was a major news event that caused Bitcoin to crash or flash crash, and that reset the cycle, making a new low, showing a nice buy the dip opportunity. Now, after that, a lot of stimulus did come in, and we had some here in September of 2020, all the way leading into 2021. The market was getting flooded with money, and people started looking for new investments, and Bitcoin became that new inflation hedge. And this chart here looks very similar to that other one where we have the media attention and the greed and denial as we come down, and then accumulation, second run up. Same thing with the correction. So let me clean this up on the chart here. So we had ETF rumors, ETF delayed, we had COVID crisis, and then we had stimulus and COVID recovery. And then right here was all that media attention and new crypto hype, such as NFTs, DeFi, everything happening with crypto, everyone talking about it, looking at new crypto investments, which marked a nice top happening. A lot of greed coming into the market. And then we had that correction. Now, when we had this correction in May, there wasn't really any news for it, but it did come right when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live. People were getting way too greedy with the meme coins, such as Dogecoin and all that stuff. And then right here in summer of 2021, things calmed down for crypto. So this was the time to look for buying. When you know all these people that were buying on this way up have lost already half of their money, that's when you enter. You be patient and wait. And then as we can see, crypto then had another reversal, Bitcoin making another massive run up towards that $50,000 level and continuing on. And we had another NFT boom. This time it was not as bad as last time where we had everything making the market boom. Here it was mostly NFTs in September, and also the news with Facebook and the metaverse and all those things. So those were the next news events that launched Bitcoin up. And then now we are in that correction phase of that news event. So now we will see Bitcoin move sideways, find a new low. And as I move this chart over, we will have another major news event or crisis happen where either we'll see Bitcoin flash crash down and you look for that nice buy range down here, or we will have some positive news or a new crypto trend start coming, such as GameFi, Metaverse, DeFi, NFTs, something new once again that will give people more traction to start buying crypto. And that could be what we get as that next leg past previous all-time high level of $70,000 to push us towards that $80,000 range. So those are three things you need to look out for that I mentioned. We got price action, moving average crossovers. We got the Bitcoin halving events coming in 2024. Get ready for that. That is a nice buy the dip range if you are a long-term holder. And then we also have trends within crypto. And as you can see right now, there's not really anything trending within crypto. Everything is more stable. NFTs are still hot. GameFi is just warming up. So within this cycle, it's safe to say we're past this crazy greed phase, and we've had that correction. So now we're in that phase where we have either some more correction and disbelief, or we continue moving sideways as Bitcoin consolidates, find that range. And then when that next trend in crypto comes, we watch Bitcoin, more greed come into the market, and same thing again. You look to sell as price is moving up, not buy. You made it to the end. Congrats. Give yourself a big thumbs up by hitting that thumbs up button on this video. Thank you for showing your support to the channel. We appreciate all the growth we're getting. If you do enjoy this type of content, make sure you're coming back for more by hitting that subscribe button. We got everything crypto here on Currency.com's channel. It's your host, John, and I'm going to see you again next time. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.